When people use the word masculinity, you think of being a man as this difficult thing you need to aspire for and be into your core, which means being a leader and someone that presides and provides and protects. Whereas the world on the other side that's throwing rocks at it says, look at what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
And you're saying, yeah, but those don't represent what they should be doing. These are a bunch of guys doing stupid things that I don't condone. But like Me Too, people say, look at all these men that abuse their power and put women in these tricky situations sexually.
So what? Okay, so let's just assume that's the case. So what would you have us do? Get rid of all the men who would correct their behavior? Because the women aren't going to line those guys out, and they need to be lined out. Like guys that are taking advantage of women, for example, they need to be lined out. And a woman can't do it. The government can't do it. It takes another man to do it. Whether that's through reasoning and logic or a good old-fashioned butt kicking. Like, it takes another man. So what would you have us do? You want to strip away all the men who would actually correct the behavior? It's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It's not a good idea. It's the same thing when you talk about wars and criminal and horrific and tragic events. What would you have us do? Not build warriors with a moral compass, the good man and the capable man, not build those because one of them or two of them or a percentage of them might go astray? What vulnerabilities do we expose ourselves to? So I don't think it's about focusing on that and saying, well, we don't want any of that, so let's get rid of all of it. I say we probably ought to put a greater emphasis on building the right kind of men, which is what I'm trying to do. Then we drown that stuff out. Because we've had guys, I have countless stories of men who say to me, Ryan, I was lost in my marriage. I was cheating on my wife. I wasn't there and present for my kids. I wasn't doing anything with my business and my career. And through listening to your podcast and listening to the guests that you've had on and reading the book, my wife and I are on a better course. I'm leading my family. I just got a promotion. I started this business. So we don't drown that nonsense out by doing away with men. We teach men how to be men.
Gotcha. So we're glad that Me Too happened to point out all these guys that were doing stupid things, but we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater and get rid of the guys. It's an alert for what you're saying ultimately are the men to step up and say something and preside.
Yeah, because I don't condone any sort of behavior like that when it comes to men taking advantage sexually or mentally or emotionally taking advantage of women.